Spell in Fredonia, New York, which I would say has the most Harry Potter merchandise outside of Universal Studios. We have several sections throughout the store. This just so happens to be the clothing section. We have winter clothing, a vast variety of other types of clothing. We have coffee mugs,
teapots, and
teapots. We have handmade scarves, purses, backpacks, handmade purses, and as you can see, many different styles of Harry Potter t-shirts. My favorite, forget Fredonia, I'm going to Hogwarts.
Wait. So you obviously must have come up with that,
yes,
right?
Yes, I did.
That's awesome.
I love that. We also have a majority of all of the Harry Potter jewelry, Harry Potter games, socks, just anything you could possibly imagine that's related to Harry Potter in the merchandising and clothing section.
So what was the inspiration, though, behind Harry Potter? So, remember when I first found the store, because I kept passing it, and I was like, what is that? And I would pass it again, I'm like, I gotta stop in there. And then the third, fourth time I came through town, I had to stop. And I was really impressed, because you captured the feel of the movie.
Correct.
So what, were you a huge fan?
I was a very big fan of Harry Potter. The reason for creating this was in the town of Fredonia, 2 coffee shops closed, and that only left 1 coffee shop left. And in my travels, I had seen that tea shops were cropping up all over the place. And my daughter and I were sitting there watching Harry Potter one weekend, and there was the scene where Professor Trelawney had all the children in her classroom, and there were teapots everywhere, and they were working on tea leaf readings. And I thought, hey, that would be pretty cool to open up a coffee and tea shop inspired by Harry Potter.
And it is, and you did capture it. And I think that's the most stunning thing when you walk in the store. Because you think, okay, well, is it gonna really hold that up? But it does in every way.
Correct. And I even went into little details too, like this is our mandrake plant, and it says, please don't touch the mandrake. We have several different teapots.
Right.
We have the floating hats. We have Hedwig and owls in the owl cage, and our owlry section here, which represents the owlry.
Yeah, it's the stuff that people who are fans of the movie will appreciate.
Exactly.
And you have to know. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But that makes it all the more special.
Yep. So we have the owlry here, which features many, many different kinds of owls. We also have Madame Pomfrey's Apothecary, which features several oils, homeopathics over here. We actually have Professor Trelawney's tea leaf reading kit down at the bottom.
Wait, what's in the kit?
You get a teacup, a saucer, and 2 scrolls, one on how to do a tea leaf reading and all the symbols.
Oh, you do?
Yes, we do.
Now wait, that's your creation.
That is my creation.
That's awesome.
Inspired by Professor Trelawney.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
We have this beautiful mirror that we framed in. In the books, it's called the Mirror of Erised, but we named it the Mirror of Desire because Erised is desire backwards.
Right.
So this is where we start moving into the common room areas of the store. And I actually was able to find everything in the shop through yard sales, flea markets, at a very economical price.
Well, you did. So that's one of the things too when you first walk in.
It makes it very eclectic.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
The mirror was actually in the shop when I first started, and it was on that wall.
Oh, so it was already here.
It was already here. So a local woodworker I hired framed it in. We looked at the original illustration in the Harry Potter book and did it as closely as we could.
You're kidding.
And moved the mirror to this side and framed it in.
Well, this is the type of thing that people should know. I'm glad I asked because
Yes.
that's a really big deal.
Yes.
So that is a detail that really hardcore fans would only
Right.
appreciate because the layman, even if you read the books, you have to see the movie, and so you match the woodwork and the mirror
As closely
as
as
close
possible.
as you could. Yeah, but I mean, the
Yes.
fact that you even knew somebody who could knock that out.
If you look and ta-ta-ta-ta.
Oh, you
No.
fall
There
in
it
love
is.
with it. Oh, get out. Oh, that's awesome. Nice. Wow. So he just went right into that and did his thing. So how long did that take him? That's supposed to take him a couple months to get this done for you.
2 weeks.
Wow. So he knocked it. So he's a professional woodworker,
Yes.
I assume. And then, so I got to ask you this. Did you find, was this your own creation too? The shelf here with
The
all the...
shelf I actually found online all the way down in Ohio
Oh my God.
at a consignment shop.
So you had this design in your head. You must have, because you knew what you were looking for. It's really perfectly appointed when you walk in, you know, with the way that everything just lays itself out. There's good feng shui in here, a good
Yeah.
flow, and it just works, you know. So, yeah. So this whole shelf, this area is just amazing.
Yep.
And the furniture too. So
The furniture I actually found at a church yard sale.
all of it?
All of it.
It's perfect. Well, I wonder
Yep.
if, so
The
this was
entire-
a set.
This entire set.
And then
And
these
then
two.
I found these at another yard sale.
Wow.
I found the barrel chair at Salamanca Antique Mall.
Where's the barrel chair?
It's in the front window.
Okay.
This antique telephone I found online.
Which I'm gonna
Someone
get.
was selling it on Craigslist. Both the owl cages I found at a flea market. So it just all came together. All came together perfectly.
So
I got the roll top desk at Salvation Army.
you did.
I did.
And so
We have the fireplace here.
oh, that was already here.
No. We brought it in.
You did. Was
Yep.
it another find or something
No,
you already
it was
had?
a friend of mine. She gifted it,
Wow.
donated it to the shop. And so when the kids come in and they get a little rambunctious, we tell them, sit here.
Right.
And sometimes you'll see Sirius Black come through the flames.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have Dobby. I actually found this little chair at a yard sale. And I thought that would be a perfect little Dobby chair.
And it is.
And I found Dobby months later.
You did.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing is perfect. You know, like you can't change anything.
Mm-hmm. No.
You can't change the orientation of the chairs and
Nope.
the layout, and it fits perfectly up your middle alley here.
Yep.
And then now this box here. Now I don't know.
Oh, this I actually got at Fredonia days with the antique dealers that were in town.
You did.
And I found this on a table. Professor Slughorn was known for his like of liqueurs. So we named it Professor Slughorn's Secret Liquidary. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to buy this from me. And I
Yeah,
said, it's
that's-
not for sale.
No, that's an item that you would buy and you would always treasure.
Yes.
I mean, but there's a lot of that in here, so
Yes.
That's the purpose of this
Yes.
whole walk. Well, even like the lantern that you have hanging there, the post lantern.
Yes.
You know, all of
Hagrid
this.
carried the lantern to lead the kids. Then we have the library and the Quidditch section over here.
Okay.
The Quidditch brooms were handmade by a gentleman in Westfield, New York.
Which is a favorite
those-
of our show.
Yes, and those are for sale. We do have a variety of Harry Potter books and journals for
So
sale.
the broom, this broom on the wall currently is for sale? Or the one on the floor?
We have one for sale. That's decorative, but we do have one for sale. These Quidditch brooms were made by the gentleman
I see.
in Westfield.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did he contact you or did you find him somewhere?
I actually found him. He was making wands, homemade
Oh,
wands.
okay, okay.
And we got to talking, and he said, hey, I can make you up some brooms too.
Yeah, it's a natural extension, right?
Yeah,
of his-
exactly.
So now the seating here, I think, is awesome. Do you ever do group like meetings here?
Oh, we do tons of parties. We do birthday parties all the time. I try and do a potions class for all different age groups, because we have just as many adults that enjoy Harry Potter as we do children.
Yes, I think that's the transcendent nature of that book, and I think if it just was adopted for the kids market, it would still be a classic unlike any. But the fact that adults could read it and enjoy it as well, and enjoy it to the degree that they did, changed the nature, the legs on that series.
Correct.
Right. So.
Correct. So we do birthday parties. We do potions class. We do wand making classes. We actually hosted a Harry Potter bridal party. Several local groups come in and have their meetings here, and we welcome them in to come in, have tea, coffee, and have their local meetings.
It's a perfect. I mean, it is.
It's a perfect spot.
It is, and I like how the tables are far enough away that it just seems like a nice congregational spot.
We have professors. Professors come in from the college, and we'll have meetings here just to get off of campus.
Yeah, it's a different space, you know.
Exactly.
And it's fun.
A lot of college students will come in for a quiet place to study. They complain about their roommates being too noisy.
Right.
And it's a nice place to get off of campus and have a nice place to study. We have free Wi-Fi for anybody that wants to use it. And we also consider it a safe place too. So if any children get lost or feel that they're in trouble or in need, they can come here.
That's awesome. That is. And that's the nature of the place. It's just got a good vibe.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's all about good vibes here.
Exactly.
I love the little chairs and
Yes.
table sets in
None
front
of
of
the
the
chairs,
windows.
I mismatched all the chairs and tables on purpose, because if you look in Professor Trelawney's classroom,
Right.
nothing matches.
So thank you for bringing, because these are the type of details that are important for this tour. You know, because that's the thought you put into this.
Exactly.
So do people recognize that? Do they see it? Or
The
is it,
true Harry Potter fans do.
and is it, but in a way too, it's more about, you know, I'm a firm believer in energy. So it's like the show. There's a lot that goes into this that nobody sees, right? That's not the
Exactly.
point. You're not supposed to see
Exactly.
it. You're supposed to feel it.
And as you can see, we have our little crystal balls for Professor Trelawney on every table.
Yeah, it's a perfect marriage of. I mean, we can talk about Lady of the Lake too, because the marriage behind the two is great, and I love how you have the store divided. You know, so after we're done with this side, we can flip over to there and talk about that. So now your teas are a really big deal here. Now,
Yes.
Is that your? So that's your brand.
It's actually
It's
made. Our teas are homemade by a friend of mine in West Seneca.
Okay. That's where I live.
Yes, Millie's Teas. And Millie and I work closely together, and she supplies our teas, and she lets us repackage them in our a spot and a spell packaging.
Nice.
And we give her full credit for the teas. They are amazing. They're handmade, hand cut, and you cannot find a better tea out there. We also have herbal teas that are made by Grandmother Spider. She worked with the elders for over 40 years.
So I don't see now. What's an elder?
Native American elder.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, she did.
Yes.
So this is that's a big honor to
Yes.
carry this.
Yes.
Does she distribute this anywhere else, or
Yes,
is it just?
she does sell it at the local farmers market, and she brings in bags for me to distribute for sale, and we also serve her herbal
You do.
teas.
Now, do you
also.
serve your teas as
Yes,
well here?
we
So
do.
anything that anybody finds as a favorite, we can also purchase it for home.
Absolutely.
That's great. And
Absolutely.
has the variety changed over the years?
We're always adding new flavors.
Oh, you've got bubblegum kids tea.
Oh, yes.
I've never seen anything for children in a tea.
And it makes a great summer tea.
It's just got that
An
fruity
iced tea.
pop
Yes.
to it.
Yes.
Oh, that's
We
awesome.
have chai teas, Rubio's teas, green teas, you name it, we have it.
Wow. Now,
Yes.
you have some spices too down here.
Yes, this is, a lot of people like to mix their own herbals. So we have herbs and spices that people can purchase that normally you wouldn't be able to find in the local market. So you can come in and purchase those to create your own.
Oh, that's awesome. I think one thing that people need to see here, which is why we do this as well, is the attention to detail
Right.
is phenomenal in here. And it's the type of place that's very deep with that. Like I took a lot of shots of this top shelf. I mean, all the little accoutrements you have all over the place just speak. And it just reinforces all this. Like your hat. Like your beautiful, funky hat.
My hat.
Now, what else do we have here? I see, what's the secret recipes?
Okay, so in the book, The House Elves Secret Recipes, the house elves did all the cooking behind the scenes. And Hermione did this huge drive to free the elves from slavery. So down here, we also have handmade herbs, spices, rubs, and marinades that we sell. And we call them the House Elves Secret Recipes.
Oh, that's great.
Also supplied to us by Millie.
Now, does she have a shop?
She does. She also has a
Where is
shop
she?
in the
Oh
West
my
Seneca
God, it's
Plaza.
Southgate Plaza. She
Yeah.
just opened.
Yes.
That I was like, I saw that, but then I think I didn't see that. But it is. It's right where it's on the right side when you pull in from
Exactly.
Union. I gotcha.
Exactly.
Wow. So she's been in that business for a while. Then.
Yes.
It's just
Yes,
that she
she
didn't
has.
have a storefront, maybe.
Correct. And then, of course, we always have people that want to come in and purchase cleansing teas, herbal, some for rest, sleep, digestion, herbals for weight loss. So we do have a selection of those also.
Wow. And now you have this beautiful little candy section too.
Yes, this represents Honeyduke's Candy Shop. And we do have the chocolate frogs and the Birdie Bots every flavored beans. And what I did was got several different candies and we named them after several characters in the books. So we have Little Whining's English Toffee, which is real English toffee. We do have the Pepper Imps. We have Bellatrix's Butterscotches. We have Fang's Fireballs, Cedric's Cinnamon Drops, Fred and George's, Buckbeak's Beer Discs.
Buckbeak's beer disc.
Yes, Petunia's Peaches.
So, and what I love about the shop too, if you have anybody that's into the books and into the series, it's worth the drive out here.
Absolutely.
Because
absolutely. We've had people drive in from Ohio. I had folks in this past weekend that heard about us in Iowa and
you're
came
kidding.
in. Yes.
See, because there's nothing like this anywhere.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a fun drive. It's a great place for.
There's some other shops out there that do some Harry Potter drinks, but
nobody's taking it to this level.
nobody's taking it to this
Yeah.
level. And about our drinks is I worked for many weeks on perfecting my own recipes. So the homemade butterbeer, the homemade pumpkin juice, it's like none other. It's not processed like you get down in Universal. It's all homemade.
Well, yeah. And that's why this place is so special. You know what I mean? This is not, and it speaks volumes. Everything that you've done here is a personal touch to it.
Yeah.
And that person, but the fact that it's so authentic, you know what I mean? You're just trying to honor the book.
Right.
Now, I also see you have the Four Founders Roast, and these are coffees.
These are coffees. Now, like I said, friends and family of mine are in Alaska. I came across this little coffee company in Alaska. They were not interested in selling to any large corporations, chains.
Good for them.
So I begged and pleaded, and they specially blend different coffees for us. So right now we have 15 different flavors of coffee that they have blended for us and us alone. You cannot get this anywhere, as they call it, in the lower 48 states.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and this is probably highly sourced, right? I mean, they're not just pulling this out of anywhere. Their sourcing is probably
Correct.
pretty high level
and
stuff.
they love the fact that we changed the names, and they were actually thinking about changing the names
Their
themselves.
names to this?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's because they're just. Do they distribute just regionally in Alaska?
Yeah, correct.
So it's a really hyper local place.
Yes.
Wow. So you get this imported from
Yes.
Alaska.
Imported from Alaska.
Wow.
Which I just got a new tea in also that I brought back from Alaska. And it's a blended tea of theirs that was originally made in 45 years ago.
What?
Yes, the recipe was made and
okay.
blended 45 years. The recipe was made 45 years ago, and I was in the airport flying back, had a little bit of a delay, tried it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to bring this back to the
Wow.
shop.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is. It's amazing. Everybody loves it.
I love these little gift sets that you have too.
Actually,
They're really cool. I mean, this was like tea was like the coffee's new, or is it always?
No,
been
no,
part
no.
of
It's
it?
always been coffee and tea. We just originally started with only 3 different types of coffee, and we've
It just
grown
grown from there. What are those?
every time. I keep finding more and more coffees. Now we just debuted our Yule Ball coffee for Christmas, and it's an amazing peppermint coffee. And I created a special whipped topping
Oh wow.
for it, which is peppermint, and you also get a nice candy cane spoon with it.
You
It's
do?
amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Absolutely amazing.
And that
These
slowly-
I actually get from China. They are what they call tea balls,
Okay.
and they flour in your pot.
Oh, they do.
Yes. There's a whole bunch of
Oh, where did you
different
find
ones.
these? I've never seen anything like
Yeah,
this.
they're absolutely gorgeous. And they flour right before your eyes.
Oh,
And
that's
what a
neat.
lot of people don't realize about these is that they're actually good for up to 3 pots of tea.
Wow.
So once your flower blooms
Then you can utilize it for the other 2.
You can
So you bloom it in the
utilize-
first pot, and then it's.
and you refill the pot 2 more times.
Wow, that's
And you
neat.
get 3 pots of tea out of it.
Where did you discover those?
Actually, I came across it online.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've never seen or heard anything like that. And then I see you got some tea talks, which you got our 60-day tea talks.
Yes, yes.
You have some skinny teas.
Skinny tea. A lot
Nice.
of ladies come in for those.
And we've got custom logoed coffee.
Yes, and
travel
with
cups.
our travel mugs, you get half price refills for
Nice.
these too. So yeah, a neighbor of mine had the bar for sale, and so I picked that up. And this was, hang on, let me get the tape off there.
Sure.
This was actually my grandfather's cash register. It was made in 1867. He used it in his shop for 60 years.
Now, what was your grandpa's shop?
My grandfather owned the Silver Creek Dry Cleaners and the antique shop in downtown Silver Creek.
Wow. So listen. So you did see Silver Creek when it
in
had
its
its full
prime.
legs.
Yeah.
Because it's a
And
magical.
Petri Cookies was there.
Yeah, still going. It's a magical little place.
It is.
And it looks like something that crawled out of a 1940s black and white film.
Absolutely.
You know. So your dad had his shop, or your grandpa
My
had
grandfather.
a shop there. So it
Yes,
was
my
a dry
grandfather, my
cleaners.
grandmother. Yes.
Good God. And how,
Because of his age, it does not ring anything up over $9.99. So
So
we
at that
use it
point-
as our cash drawer.
I see. But it's perfectly appointed.
Yes.
You know, it looks like it crawled right out of the movies.
Absolutely.
And you did a great job with your counter and the way that you have the teas displayed and your cookie bins.
Yes,
We have
yes.
this little self-prepare section over here, right?
Yes.
We have our,
yes.
so
Let me-
it looks awesome.
I'm sorry, I get OCD
No, do
about
that.
things.
But again, like, I don't know where you found these, but once again, we've got this
Yep.
theme.
I just would come across little things and say, hey, that would look great in the shop.
Well, my theory on life is that when you're in your flow, it's the Joseph Campbell, when you're on
Things
your...
have a way of finding you.
Yep, period. And that's
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, when you when
We
you're
call
on
this
your...
Hagrid's Big Stein. This is Hagrid's Big Stein, and that's where we keep our creamers in there.
and you have the pottery for sale underneath there, I
Yes,
see.
yes, we have bagels, and we do specials all the time. We do a bagel and coffee special for $3.25. We also do soups.
Nice.
You can get a crock of soup, a roll, and a tea or coffee for $5.
Wow, that's a good lunch.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Yeah. And that's what it's all about, right? You make it affordable, you make it
Exactly.
personable, and you've got a great environment here to sit and enjoy your tea and your soup. And do you do sandwiches too, or no?
No. We have a
desserts,
limited
pastries.
pastries. Yeah, we have a limited Department of Health license.
So where and when did you find this?
That book was actually gifted to me by a friend of mine that I gave a really good reading to.
Isn't that funny how like you've, accumulated some of this stuff out of it, like you said, it just finds you, right?
Yeah. And this door was original to the building in the 1800s. And so we found this door and it had the cage in it. And I said, I'm not going to paint over it. I want to keep it exactly original. And I debated over what I wanted to put in the cage. So we thought at first a Dementor, but then nah.
No.
So we made it the Gringotts Bank.
It's perfect. Yeah. Spoke to you. You saw it though.
Absolutely.
We talked about this. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. It's just the flow of this whole shop just works. And so the door was here?
Yeah, it was hidden behind a wall.
Oh, it was hidden behind a wall. So when you came here, did you have to dig through what was the store like before you came here? Was it a hot mess? Or?
Many years ago, when I first came here, there was like a dressing room here and false walls, and there. So
you had to open it up.
Yeah, we opened it all
I
up.
see. Okay, so behind one of the walls, we found this, and I love how you just kept. It was that the same color and everything. Or,
Yep,
yeah.
same color. Didn't touch it.
Yeah, you kept the patina on it and the little loose, rough edges. It's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks like it should be there.
Exactly.
That's the whole thing.
So this is Ollivander's Wand Shop. We have several homemade wands by the gentleman in Westfield. And we also have exact replicas of their real wands. This is Professor McGonagall's wand, which is to specs, absolutely, and it's also weighted perfectly.
Wow.
So we have many of the characters' wands here. We have at this time, because we go through them quite a bit. We have Severus Snape, Ginny Weasley's, Draco Malfoy's.
Oh my gosh!
Victor
So if you have a favorite character in the book, you can get the wand.
Yeah, you can come here. We have Bellatrix Lestrange. And then we also have little ones here that kids can buy and decorate and create their own wands.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, when you do your wand parties, are those the wands that you use?
No. I actually go out on the beach and collect driftwood in the sizes of perfect wands. And I do a whole ceremony.
That's super fun.
With the children. Yeah, or adults, whoever wants to do the party. And the wand chooses the witch or wizard. So they get to choose their wand. They design it, we would burn it and stain it, and it's a beautiful ceremony.
And that's something they'll keep forever.
Ever.
And that's, we won't have to talk about the products, but I think this whole store creates that type of vibe and that memory. You're not going to forget this place, And it's all you. You envisioned this and it happened and boom, we're here.
And then, of course, we can't leave out platform 9 3/4. This was actually sticking out. So Sir Prince-Lot next door was able to get us a cover for it. And believe it or not, some people try to go through the wall thinking that the doorway is open. And we have to tell people, no,
You're not
it's permanently closed.
Yeah.
But a lot of people come in for a photo op and
I've got to ask you, so I'm a graphic designer on top of the other stuff that I do for the show. The resolution on that's impressive.
Yes,
And
Sir Prince-Lot did an amazing job on all of our artwork.
Yeah, because resolution being resolution, regardless, that's a monster image and it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they did a great job, as they do with everything. Awesome. Well, that covered. Well, you know what? That's good because really, lady, where'd you get the banners actually that we're seeing? Did you make those or?
No, actually, I did find those online.
But I mean, we've got like this dining hall feel in here, right?
Absolutely.
It's like this hybrid of the dining hall, the sense and feel of the movie, from the candle holders on the tables to the cloth to the decor to the floor.
And I actually found this and it's got Falks on it, Dumbledore's bird, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
But once again, right? What are you can't even say what are the odds.
Pay attention to detail.
Yeah. Life, I think that's what you know more than anybody I've probably interviewed. All you have to do is open your heart and you will see your path.
Exactly.
And you will see what you need.
Exactly.
But you have to see that. And a lot of people don't. So. Right.